Hi, everybody. Today we have a very special guest of Back to the Future. You also have the t shirt. Yeah, really cool, the t shirt. She is Claudia Wells, best known of her role as Jennifer Parker in Back to the Future. As we celebrate the 40th anniversary of his iconic film, we are thrilled to hear her thoughts on a movie that's become a true classic. Yeah, it's a true classic, the movie.
Yes, it's amazing.
Talking about the film, because it's a really futuristic film for
Yes.
its time. Do you prefer the technology that we see there or the technology that we have today?
That's a good question, and that's the first time I've ever been asked that question. Okay, personally, I like the grounding of the technology then, where you go outside and you ride your bike and you skateboard and you play in the streets until the lights go down and then you go back inside instead of always being on a machine. I see babies in strollers and they're on
On their
machines.
iPads.
Yes, my son though is in AI. And he's a genius computer coder. I don't know how to use a computer at all. So I think that it could be dangerous with robots that are self-learning
Okay, yes.
because they're going to end up smarter than humans, and we've always been the smartest. So I'm just grateful that God owns the world and runs everything, because we need a true God in charge of all of this.
That's a nice sentiment. I like that.
Yeah,
And well, how do you feel knowing that Back to the Future is turning 40 years?
I cannot believe it. I'm 59 years old. I turned 59 July 5th.
Okay.
Yeah, and I was 18 when I did the movie.
Wow, you were really young.
Yeah, I was real, and I'd already starred in a lot of television shows before I did the movie, but that was my very first movie job. And
Wow.
I travel all over the world doing appearances and all kinds of things, like being here, just because I was in Back to the Future.
Wow, how did you felt back those years?
I was nervous because it was a Steven Spielberg film,
Yeah.
and it was my first movie. But Michael J. Fox is so nice and wonderful, and Christopher Lloyd is wonderful. And what's happened as a result of being in the movie is where my incredible gratitude comes from.
Yeah.
Because I get to meet so many nice people, and there's a love for the film that transcends age, time,
Yes.
place.
Do you have any funny or memorable stories about your time on set? I feel like everyone wants to hear that.
I know, they always ask that.
Yes.
My first scene I ever did when I did the movie was the scene at the end where Doc Brown comes and interrupts us kissing and tells us about our kids. And the first shot, when he got out of the car, he put the sunglasses up, those metal ones, and it took off all of the aging makeup on his forehead, and it just completely peeled off. So we ended up doing one shot, and then waiting about 3 hours for him to get all of the makeup put back on. So those kind of things you can't really plan for. One of my favorite things about acting is you know the whole story. In
Yes.
life, we don't know the whole story.
And this, you know the ending.
And you know the ending, and it's very relaxing to know everything about your character, because we wake up in the morning and we don't know what's going to happen 10 minutes from now. So thank God God is in charge again.
Did you knew or imagine that it will be a total classic for history?
Never in a million years.
Yeah.
And one thing that's so fun is what I'm doing here, what the goal is to be in the Guinness Book of World Records.
Okay.
So the most Martys, the most Jennifers, the most Doc Browns this weekend in Querétaro. Did I say it right?
Querétaro. Yeah,
Querétaro.
yeah, it's a good
Querétaro.
English.
And then next weekend in Mexico City. So it's just fun being just traveling. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Oh. When did you start acting?
That's a good question. I was in 10 operas singing.
Really, you're a singer also.
I was
Oh
from
my
the age
God.
of 8 to 12. I was in 10 operas with Placido Domingo and Luciano Pavarotti and Madame Caballé. And one of the operas, Prince Charles came
Wow.
to the opening night and asked me to marry him.
Oh my
That
God.
was Turandot with Luciano Pavarotti.
Wow.
So I started in opera
Wow.
and then did some commercials. And then I was in a show called Family when I was 11. And I still lived in San Francisco, and they brought me back when I was 12.
Wow.
And I talked to my mom into moving to Los Angeles so I could do proper acting.
Oh, that's a beautiful story.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cry.
That's the true talent of Claudia Wells, and an actress as well.
Yes. And I own a men's clothing store.
Yes, I was going to ask you about that.
Yeah.
What's in the future for you? I know about Armani Wells. It's doing great. Do
Thank
you
you.
continue? Do you plan to continue in that business, or do you have any other projects at hand?
Well, I have a 10-year lease still. So, and my store is open by appointment only through the website, which means I can travel, I can do acting. I would love to act some more because that's still my passion. And I would love to do roles that are difficult
Okay.
because I've lived so much life since Back to the Future. So I wouldn't have to make it up. I could go from experience. Maybe I'll get married one day.
That's amazing.
I've never been married.
That's rare, I think.
It's very rare
Yeah, for Hollywood, that's
for anywhere, really.
Yeah.
I've been engaged, but never married.
okay. Well, that's a different story for a different time.
Different story for a different day.
That is very amazing. Thank you so much for being here with us today. I hope you have
you.
the greatest time in Querétaro.
Thank
We are
you.
so happy and thrilled to have you with
Thank
us.
you so much. God bless you both. I'm happy to be here.
Thank you.
Thank you.